Good morning, guys. My name is Fauzi Junaidin. I ride in Florida. I live in Florida, and I ride in Florida. And Florida riding is very difficult in the summer because it's too hot. It's very humid. A lot of the riders, would just go early in the morning, but I'm too lazy for that. So what I would do is, I would just go around 8, 9 o'clock, sometimes even 10. Like today, I started about 9:45. And so the way I prepare for a ride, you really have to work at it before even the ride starts. Okay, normally, you would keep your bike maintained. A lot of people, what they do is, they put a lot of lube in the chains and everything else. You really don't need that. Modern bikes are freewheeling. I mean, they would just ride as long as you keep the chain and the cogs, clean. So all what you need is, if you go to Walmart, you can buy the kit, with a brush and some lube, which is actually wax-based, so it doesn't really stick to your clothes or anything like that. So what I would do is, before I go on my bike ride, I would just clean the wheels. Not every day, but, like every so often, I would just clean the wheels. Okay, that's one of the things that I would do. And, so this way you get a smooth ride. Now today I happen to take my tour bike, okay, which is also a road bike. I took all the racks and everything else out. So it gives me less weight, because I'm riding on the road today. And okay, so that's one of the things that I would do in terms of the bike. And you would keep your tires well inflated, because that is one of the keys to a proper ride. Okay, so that's so you would maintain the tires to make sure that you don't have. Now I do have puncture-proof tires. So like if anything goes through it, it wouldn't puncture my tube. But if you don't have that, and if you're riding on the sidewalk, you just have to be, keep your tires inflated well, to the recommended inflation, and then you should be fine. The third thing that I do is, it's always nice to ride with your with music. So I normally wear AirPods. And it really encourages me to ride, and it makes a big difference when I hear a song that I like. I have my own music collection. When I listen to a song that I like, it really encourages me, motivates me to pedal faster, and then keep me motivated. So that's one of the things that I do. And then the other thing that I also do is, I take 2 bottles of water, but now remember I said preparation. I would just prepare this bottle at night or the previous day, or for right after my ride. I would just freeze 2 bottles. Now this is 24 ounces. So they're insulated, but insulation means nothing in Florida. On a very hot day, it'll just melt anyway. But which is also good, because so you're not struggling with not enough water. So the ice is melting constantly, so you have constantly water available, not just ice cubes. So I do that, and then the third thing is, obviously you will take your cell phone. You would take your cell phone, and on my cell phone, I have a couple of apps that I use, to monitor my rides, in terms of distance, in terms of elevation, etc. So I would do that, and so I would always track my rides, which is another good thing. Now if you're like me on a Sunday, I would just go the same loop every Sunday, and so you can monitor progress too. Now I monitor progress, like before I used to take about 25 miles. I would take like about 2.5 hours, but now I could do almost like an hour and a 35. But if I take time, like right now what I'm doing, obviously it's gonna take longer, but so I would do that, and that also encourages you in terms of either you want to say that I just want to beat the previous record, or I just want to reach my best record, so that is one other thing. Now in Florida, the land is flat, so if you're riding on the road, it's all flat. But even flat riding over a period of time gets harder. So you would change gears and stuff. But if you want endurance, you would just keep it on the highest gear. But otherwise, you would just keep changing gears and everything. Like the area that I go is close to Windermere. There's some hills, it's not too much, but so that's it's workable. The last thing that I do is proper suntan. Sun is very strong, so you just want sunscreen. I always make sure that I have sunscreen, and I wear proper gloves. The gloves that I'm wearing, they are gel filled. They are from this is called the Geometry from Specialized, and both my bikes are Specialized bike. I also have a mountain bike, which is just a good bike, but at this time, so Specialized, and these gloves, really protect you from having, like if you're riding very long distance, they do very well protect you, and it's incredible how much, with the other gloves and this one, it makes a big difference for me, when I ride. I also, now, normally a lot of people would wear wired headphones, and it's okay to, if you're careful, but I wear headless, and I also don't use my cell phone while I'm riding. I have my watch, which kind of feeds my stream. I stream my watch, and it's Bluetooth, so I don't need any wires or anything like that. And then the next thing you want is proper shoes. Now if you have a clipped, my pedals are like mountain bike clips, and so my shoes are that too. So I don't wear the road bike ones, because since I have various bikes, I just tend to use that, and all my bikes have them, so it just clips onto the wheels, and so it gives you a smooth riding. And also, remember, if you like riding, and everybody who begins to ride, they always say, oh, I'm just going to try this. But, once they begin riding, they always love to ride, and, which is a good thing. So if you constantly ride, then you want to use those, because, your leg shifts from one side to the other, and then, you would hurt your knees. You would hurt your knees over a period of time. So this just maintains a good rhythm, and then your legs get used to, your knees get used to, and so that can happen. And so okay. So now the last thing that I want to say really is that when you ride on the road, you really have to be careful. You got to make the others aware that you are riding, so you wear bright clothing, just like what I'm wearing right now. I do have many of these jerseys, and they are all different colors, but now also lights. You would have like tail lights. If you they recommend front lights and back lights, and if you ride on the road, maintain the traffic laws. Just stop at traffic lights, and which I always do. It doesn't matter how how, if I'm rushing or not rushing, I always maintain that, because that's good etiquette, and because you want the other drivers to avoid you, move over from you. Normally the law is 3 feet away, but but remember, if you are not following the rules, why should they? So you can get into situation by not following, and always ride on the right, on the side, the traffic, the flow of the traffic. Don't ride against it, because you are not looking at, because you're doing this on reverse, so you're not looking in the right direction. So always ride on the right side, and because cars could turn onto your lane, and you're not watching that side, but you're watching the other side. So those are some of the things that I do, and now practice good habits. Practice good habits, and I carry my GoPro, because I do videos like these and others. I travel and I do that. So now I also have a little pouch that I carry. You don't need that. I mean, a lot of people would carry things with them. Now bottles, if you're carrying water bottles, just put them on the rack, because, you shouldn't have anything touching your body other than your clothing, because, that is very comfortable. That's what I find, and a lot of riders realize that, and they do that, especially professional riders and everybody. But so don't touch anything, with your bottle, with your, people have a lot of gadgets, and if you have gadgets, just have a little bag, and even that, you don't want that, because you just want your ride to be clear from wind and everything, because nothing should be blocking you riding, to gain momentum and stuff. So but I do carry that because of the GoPro and stuff. But if I'm just doing my regular road bike, then I just have on the back of the seat, it's an aerodynamic bag, that I carry my things, my keys, etc. But and that's it. I mean, in Florida, like I said, it's fun to ride in Florida. I mean, the scenery is kind of monotonous a little bit, but but again, you are going to enjoy the ride because it's flat land, and but just watch out for the heat. You carry water. Okay, now a lot of people also carry water on their backpacks. I mean, if I'm just going to go more than 50 miles, yes, I'm going to carry my backpack and the water pouch, and I'm going to do that. But if I'm just going a short distance like 50 miles, I'll just carry 2 bottles of water frozen. So this is going to considerably help you. I mean, I probably haven't said the things that you already know. Well, at least I hope, but the details of these things is what's important, because I know that you already know all of this stuff, but like I said, the details are important. And then your seat height has to be proper too, because if your knee is bending while you're riding constantly, you're gonna have problems with your knee. So if you bought it at a bike shop, just get the bike adjusted to your height and everything. That'll help you. I hope you enjoyed this. I just felt like doing this, and because there are lots of new riders, and riding is becoming so popular today, and so popular, and people are touring the world on bikes, and people are and I am one of them actually. On my last trip, I just was riding in Peru and in the mountains and everything. It's a fun thing to do. So as and when new riders get into riding, these are some of the things that you would want to consider and look into. And the bike gear, on the other hand, now you would buy gear based on what you see, what you have seen from others, and what you think is will be comfortable for you. Don't buy everything at the beginning, because you're going to be disappointed, but just buy little each time, and then just say, oh yeah, this has helped me very well, and now I would like something else, and so on. So just when you buy stuff, don't just go crazy, because you may not even like riding after all of that, and so just do that a little at a time, and then you would really have enjoy riding. Okay, thank you for listening, and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, thanks. I always use a backlight, and if you're riding in the night, use the front light too. See, that's these lights, what you would buy also it just flickers, so use that. Just like me, don't forget to wear a helmet. Just wear a helmet. A little fall can hurt you. So please wear a helmet. This is one of the things that I always do. It doesn't matter where I go, where I ride, I always wear a helmet. Riding with the wind, is so much fun. So just get into riding. And I will be putting out videos as to how to buy bikes, and all of the other things that you should be doing on bikes, etc. Please subscribe to my channel, and let's have a safe, peaceful journey. Yeah, I just came up from my bike ride, and it was very, very hot. Remember when I told you, in Florida it's very, very hot, so water is the best thing that you have, the best friend that you have. And also, I wore my sunscreen. Okay, so I'm not burnt. I mean, this ride could have really burnt me, and I have past experiences from hiking and stuff. So I didn't get burnt. I was not thirsty. I had enough water. I'm one of those people who don't drink a lot of water, but if you are the kind of person who gets thirsty, don't take other drinks. Just take water, because water. They say coconut water will dehydrate you, the alkaline. Even alkaline water for that matter, I guess. But now, in my case, I always freeze my bottles and I take them. So yes, I came back without an incident. I hope this video helps you.